In the chaos of the world, when a child takes their very first breath, they arrive carrying dreams, hopes, and silent wishes they can't yet understand. Daniel was one such child. Born into an ordinary family with ordinary circumstances, but under extraordinary pressure. Daniel was raised in a neighbourhood where everyone considered themselves an expert at judging the lives of others. From the clothes people wore to the way they spoke, every little detail was open for scrutiny. And this environment became the foundation of Daniel's upbringing. His parents were kind-hearted, but their greatest worry was always, what will people say? If Daniel came home a little late from playing, if his exam scores were low, or if he simply asked for a toy he liked, the answer was always the same. Daniel, don't do this. What will people say? That sentence embedded itself into his young mind as though it were the ultimate law of life. As a child, Daniel loved drawing. He would use chalk to sketch skies on the walls and search for hidden dreams between the pages of old books. But whenever relatives visited, his mother would quickly hide his drawings, saying, "This is useless. People will say our son is wasting his time." Slowly, a quiet silence grew inside Daniel. He smiled less and thought more, constantly haunted by the idea of what the world thought of him. At school, whenever he tried to do something his own way, classmates would laugh. When he spoke differently, teachers would scold him. Days turned into years, and Daniel learned to bury his desires deep inside, believing only the things that pleased others mattered. But deep within him, a quiet storm was forming, a storm that would one day change everything. Some dreams are born in childhood, but their true test comes in youth. Daniel's life reached its first major turning point when, in high school, he decided to pursue his favourite field, art and design. His dream was to become a renowned artist. But the moment he shared this with his family, their expressions changed. His father's response was harsh. "You can't run a household with art. Become an engineer. What will people say if you don't have a proper career?" Daniel fell silent, but deep inside, he made a decision. He would never compromise on his dream. Secretly, he submitted one of his paintings to a local competition, and to his surprise, he won second place across the entire city. But when the news reached home, instead of joy, his father said, "Second? People will laugh. Why not first?" That sentence struck Daniel's heart like a knife. For the first time, he realized that whether he won or lost, the world would always find a reason to complain. Over the next few years, Daniel won some competitions and lost others, but people's tongues never stopped wagging. One day he couldn't take it anymore. He burned his entire artboard and vowed to do only what people wanted from him. In that moment, he buried his dreams. But what he didn't know was that one day, those very dreams would rise again, stronger than ever. Daniel enrolled in engineering, but his heart was never in it. He sat in class, yet his mind wandered elsewhere. His friends partied, fell in love, planned their futures. But for Daniel, everything felt like a fog. Every moment of his life revolved around pleasing people. Dress well, score high, speak politely, just so no one would say anything. But this mask of perfection was slowly eating him alive from the inside. In his final year of university, while his friends were searching for jobs they truly loved, Daniel failed an interview at a major company. That day, people from the neighbourhood came to his house and said to his father, "Wasn't your son supposed to be so talented? See, he turned out to be nothing." Those words echoed in Daniel's ears. He locked himself in his room, stood in front of the mirror, and asked himself, "Am I living my life or living for them?" That single question was about to change everything.